Hi, Debbie Levis in North Andover, Massachusetts. I am excited about today's recipe because it takes me back to my childhood, so therefore it brings me some comfort. And with the help of Kraft Philadelphia cooking cream, and this week a Santa Fe flavor, I am going to cook for you something with one of the most humble ingredients, and that would be the rice. And I am going to make a Santa Fe creamy rice. And the reason why rice takes me back to my childhood is because it's always been a staple in our kitchen. And it reminds me of my mom, how she always tried to take the rice and gourmetize it, if you will. So that's what I want to do for you today and make an interesting side dish, Santa Fe creamy rice. So let me show you how it's going to get started. I have over here already, in a saucepan, medium saucepan, 3 cups of water, just getting ready to boil. And the way you measure the water to the rice, you put double of the water of the amount of rice you want to cook. So here we have 3 cups of water to 1.5 cups of rice. And that will be plentiful to serve the family of 4 for sure. So I am going to mix this creamy Santa Fe with the chipotle chili flavoring in the background right into my water because I want to cook it all in there. My mother used to make coconut rice and add black beans to it, sometimes chicken. It was just a wonderful thing. So that is where I was inspired to try this. Now I want to get every bit of it because this is just absolutely delicious. So I'm going to mix it in here and let it blend in with the water. It's going to boil or simmer, let's say. And then we're going to taste this because as we know, the cooking cream already has some salt behind it and some pepper. So we don't want to add too much. So I want to add a little bit of olive oil, about 1/2 tablespoon. I would say a couple of swirls like that. And then I am going to add the rice as such. So again, you're going to do double water of the amount of rice. This way you'll get a nice creamy rice in the end. Here we go. I'm going to taste this before I add any more salt. Could use a little bit more salt. So see, it's important to taste because you'll know how much salt you have. So I'm going to add about 1/2 teaspoon, I'm sorry, 1/2 tablespoon of salt, and I just measure that in the palm of my hand. And now we're going to mix this up as such, and I'm going to let it boil. And in the end, I'm going to garnish it with some green onions. And then you can also add all sorts of things, but I'm trying to keep this simple. And I'll show you how it looks when we come back. Here is our rice boiling. It's boiled down a little bit, so if you look closely, you'll see that it's already looking nice and creamy. Oh, and it smells absolutely wonderful in here. Oh, just the aromas, that chipotle chili is actually one of my favorite chilies. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower this down to low heat, and I'm going to cover it as such, and I'm going to forget about it for about 25 minutes. Come on back about 20 minutes and you check on it to make sure that it's looking good, and in the end we'll add some green onions and then we'll just give it a good tasting. Here we are with our rice all finished. The rice that I am calling the Santa Fe creamy rice because that is the flavor of our Kraft Philadelphia cooking cream that I use to flavor up the rice. Now, I added 3 scallions chopped to the whole pot of rice to flavor it and add more aroma and aromatics to it. So I saved some here. I'm going to add a few more on the top of my plate. Look at how pretty this looks. Can't wait to eat this. This is such a great dish to just have alone. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. And then off to basketball practice. Let's try it. The crunchiness from the scallions just adds extra aromatic flavor. And also, it's just the smokiness from that chipotle just makes this rice so much more interesting to eat. And it's such a wonderful dish. Once again, not because I made it, but because of Philadelphia cooking cream and Santa Fe flavor for this week is what made it possible for another great dish. Thank you. Bye-bye.